Picture this. You're at a family dinner. The table is full. Crispy bacon, golden fries, creamy sauces, maybe even a fizzy soda. Everyone is laughing, clinking glasses, enjoying life. On the surface, it's perfect. But beneath that joy lies a silent danger. These very foods, the ones tied to our fondest memories, are slowly working against us. Here's the truth. High blood pressure and high cholesterol don't come overnight. They creep in silently, meal by meal, snack by snack, until suddenly a stroke or heart attack changes everything. The scary part? You can't feel high blood pressure building. You can't feel your arteries clogging. It's like termites eating away at the foundation of a house. Everything looks fine until the collapse. That's why today I want to share with you 8 common foods that are fueling this hidden danger. Some of them you probably eat often, maybe even daily, and yet they are some of the strongest contributors to high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and stroke risk. Stick with me until the end, because this isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. Once you know what to look out for, you can protect your heart, your brain, and your future, one meal at a time. Let me tell you about Maria. She's 65, energetic, still loves gardening, and adores her grandchildren. On the outside, she seemed perfectly healthy, but one morning, while watering her plants, she collapsed. It was a stroke. Doctors told her family that years of salty snacks, fried foods, and sweet drinks had built up silent damage inside her body. This is why this topic matters. Stroke is often called the silent killer because the warning signs come too late. High blood pressure? No pain. High cholesterol? No dizziness. You don't feel it happening until one day everything changes. But here's the hopeful part. Up to 8% of strokes and heart disease can actually be prevented. The key? Lifestyle choices, especially food. Food isn't just calories, it's chemistry. Each bite you take sends instructions to your body, to heal or to harm, to clean your arteries or clog them, to keep blood pressure balanced or to push it dangerously high. That's why what we eat matters so much. Today, we'll break down 8 foods that raise your risk, and we'll do it in simple, clear language. By the end, you'll see exactly why swapping even a few of these out could save not just years, but quality years of your life. 1. Processed meats. Bacon, sausages, hot dogs. Bacon sizzling in the pan. Sausages at a weekend barbecue. Hot dogs at a ball game. These foods are woven into our culture of comfort. But behind the taste is a powerful danger. Processed meats are among the leading contributors to high blood pressure and clogged arteries. First, they're loaded with sodium. Sodium makes your body hold on to water, which increases blood volume. Imagine overfilling a water balloon, pressure builds, and sooner or later, something bursts. That's what sodium does to your arteries. Second, processed meats are packed with saturated fats. These raise LDL cholesterol, the sticky, harmful kind. It's like grease inside a pipe, narrowing the flow little by little. Add this up over years, and the blood that should flow freely to your heart and brain struggles to squeeze through. Finally, there are nitrates and nitrites, preservatives used to keep the meat pink and extend shelf life. Studies suggest these chemicals can damage blood vessels and increase inflammation, 2 major triggers for stroke and heart disease. It's easy to overlook the risk when the smell is so tempting. But here's something to think about. Every slice of bacon, every hot dog is like stacking another brick in a wall that blocks blood flow. Eventually, the wall becomes too high. The good news, there are alternatives. Lean turkey slices, grilled chicken, or plant-based sausages can satisfy cravings without piling on sodium, fat, and preservatives. It's not about giving up joy. It's about finding joy in foods that let you keep living strong. 2. Sugary drinks. Soda, energy drinks, sweetened juices. Cold soda on a hot day feels irresistible. The fizz, the sweetness, the rush of energy, it's almost addictive. But sugary drinks are some of the worst offenders for your health. One can of soda can contain 40 grams of sugar, about 10 teaspoons. Imagine spooning that straight into your body. When sugar floods your bloodstream, your pancreas scrambles to release insulin, blood sugar spikes, then crashes. Meanwhile, your liver converts the excess sugar into fat. Over time, this fat builds up around organs and in your blood, raising cholesterol and blood pressure. Sugary drinks also increase the risk of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. These conditions damage blood vessels and nerves, creating a perfect storm for stroke. Studies show that even one sugary drink a day raises your risk of heart disease significantly. And don't be fooled by packaging. Many fruit juices and energy drinks are just soda in disguise, loaded with sugar and sometimes even caffeine, which spikes blood pressure further. Think of your blood vessels as clean rivers. Every sugary drink is like dumping sandbags into the current. Little by little, the flow slows, clogs, and weakens, but change is possible. Sparkling water with a slice of lemon, unsweetened iced tea, or naturally flavored water can refresh you without damage. Once your taste buds reset, you'll realize you don't need sugar to feel satisfied. You need health to keep living fully. 3. Deep-fried foods. Fries, fried chicken, donuts. That crunch of golden fries, the juicy bite of fried chicken, the sweetness of a glazed donut. These foods bring instant comfort, but at a heavy cost. Fried foods are often cooked in oils that are reused repeatedly. This creates trans fats, a type of fat that raises LDL cholesterol and lowers HDL cholesterol, the exact opposite of what your heart needs. Imagine firing the cleaning crew in a city and letting garbage pile up. That's what trans fats do inside your arteries. Fried foods are also dense in calories with little nutrition. Just a small serving of fries adds hundreds of calories that your body struggles to use. Over time, this leads to weight gain and obesity, which directly contribute to high blood pressure. And it's not just about fat. Frying food changes its chemical structure, creating compounds that trigger inflammation in your blood vessels. Inflammation is like tiny fires burning inside your body, damaging arteries and making them more prone to blockage. Think of your circulatory system as a highway. Fried foods are like oil spills on the road, causing accidents and traffic jams until the entire system breaks down. But here's hope. You don't need to give up crunch. Air-fried or oven-baked options can bring the same satisfaction without flooding your arteries with trans fats. Homemade potato wedges, baked chicken with spices, or even crunchy roasted chickpeas can hit the spot. The choice is yours, a few seconds of crunch or years of healthy blood flow. 4. Salty snacks, chips, pretzels, instant noodles. Late-night chips. Instant noodles when you're tired. A handful of pretzels during TV time. Salty snacks feel harmless, but they are silent killers. Salt, or sodium, is essential in small amounts, but modern diets overwhelm the body. Too much sodium increases water retention, raising blood pressure. Think of a garden hose filled with too much water. Pressure builds, straining the walls until cracks appear. That's exactly what happens in your arteries. A single pack of instant noodles can contain more than half your daily sodium allowance. Add chips and pretzels, and you're easily doubling what your body can handle. And once blood pressure rises, the risk of stroke increases dramatically. The danger isn't just the salt. Many salty snacks are also fried, combining sodium with unhealthy fats, a double hit to your heart and brain. The tricky part? Salt is addictive. The more you eat, the more your taste buds crave it. But the good news is that your palate can reset. Within weeks of cutting down, natural flavors become more vibrant, and suddenly you won't need all that salt. Try swapping chips with air-popped popcorn, unsalted nuts, or crunchy veggie sticks. Even better, season with herbs and spices, garlic, paprika, or rosemary can give flavor without the flood of sodium. Your arteries are like delicate plumbing. Don't corrode them with salt water. Protect them and they'll keep delivering life to every cell for years. 5. Red meat, steaks, burgers, lamb. Steak sizzling on the grill. A juicy burger with melted cheese. These meals feel hearty and satisfying, but too much red meat comes with a price. Red meats like beef, lamb, and pork are rich in saturated fat, which raises LDL cholesterol. Imagine pouring grease down your kitchen sink. Eventually, the pipes clog. That's exactly what happens inside your arteries. Red meat also contains compounds called carnitine and heme iron. When digested, these produce byproducts that can damage blood vessel walls and increase inflammation. Over time, arteries stiffen and narrow, driving up blood pressure and stroke risk. And let's be honest, red meat rarely comes alone. It's often paired with butter, sauces, or cheese, adding even more fat and salt to the mix. This doesn't mean you must eliminate it completely. The problem is excess. Eating red meat daily keeps pouring fuel on the fire, while moderation, once or twice a week, significantly lowers risk. Try swapping in plant-based proteins like lentils, beans, or tofu. Or opt for leaner meats like turkey and chicken. With the right spices, they can be just as satisfying. Think of your body as an engine. Red meat in moderation is like premium fuel, but too much clogs the system. Balance is the key to keeping your engine running smoothly. 6. Fast food, burgers, pizza, tacos. Fast food is quick, tasty, and everywhere. But convenience often hides danger. Burgers, pizza, tacos, fried sides, they pack high levels of salt, unhealthy fats, and sugar all in one meal. A single fast food combo can exceed your daily sodium limit, spike your cholesterol, and load you with more calories than your body can burn. Fast food is also designed to be addictive. The combination of fat, sugar, and salt triggers dopamine, the same brain chemical linked to addiction. That's why one bite makes you crave more. Over time, frequent fast food consumption leads to weight gain, high blood pressure, and arterial plaque buildup, the perfect recipe for stroke. Imagine your arteries as a clean tunnel. Every fast food meal is like spraying graffiti, dumping trash, and throwing obstacles inside. Eventually, the tunnel is so clogged that nothing moves. But there are better choices. Many fast food chains now offer grilled chicken, salads, or smaller portions. Or, better yet, cook at home where you control the ingredients. Fast food may save you minutes today, but it could cost you years tomorrow. 7. Baked goods. Cakes, pastries, cookies. The smell of fresh pastries, a slice of birthday cake, a warm cookie with milk. Sweet treats feel comforting, even celebratory. But baked goods hide dangers for your heart. They are usually made with refined flour, sugar, and trans fats. Refined flour spikes blood sugar quickly, sugar overloads your liver, and trans fats damage your arteries. Together, they create inflammation, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure. Most pastries and cakes also contain shortening or margarine, major sources of trans fats. These not only raise bad cholesterol, but also lower good cholesterol, leaving your arteries defenseless. And then there's portion size. It's hard to stop at just one cookie. The sugar rush gives temporary joy, but soon after, you crash, hungry again, reaching for more. The cycle is endless. Sugar, spike, crash, repeat. Meanwhile, your arteries are paying the price. But sweetness doesn't have to mean danger. Baking at home with whole grains, natural sweeteners like honey, and heart-healthy oils can transform desserts into safer treats. Fruit-based desserts can also satisfy cravings while protecting your health. Think of sugar like a credit card. The pleasure is instant, but the 8. Alcohol, beer, wine, spirits. A glass of wine at dinner, a beer with friends, a cocktail on the weekend. Alcohol feels social, relaxing, even sophisticated. But too much alcohol silently raises your risk of stroke. Alcohol increases blood pressure almost immediately, especially in large amounts. Regular heavy drinking stiffens arteries, weakens the heart muscle, and increases fat in the blood. It also affects your liver, which plays a key role in regulating cholesterol and blood sugar. When the liver is damaged, cholesterol levels rise, and blood pressure spirals out of control. Even moderate drinking can be risky. Studies show that more than 1 drink a day for women and 2 for men raises stroke risk. Binge drinking, more than 4 or 5 drinks in one sitting, is especially dangerous, causing sudden spikes in blood pressure that can trigger a stroke instantly. That said, occasional small amounts may be safe for some people. But the line between safe and harmful is thin and easy to cross. Think of alcohol like fire. A small flame can warm you, but too much will burn the house down. Safer alternatives? Sparkling water with fruit, non-alcoholic beers or wines, or mocktails. Conclusion. So, let's recap. The foods we love most: processed meats, sugary drinks, fried foods, salty snacks, red meats, fast food, baked goods, and alcohol, carry risks we often don't see. They raise blood pressure, spike cholesterol, inflame arteries, and silently pave the way to stroke. But here's the empowering truth. Knowledge is power. Each swap, each small choice, baked instead of fried, water instead of soda, nuts instead of chips, reduces your risk. You don't need perfection. You need awareness and balance. Your body is your lifelong home. Every bite you take is like maintenance on that home, repairing or breaking it down. You wouldn't ignore cracks in your foundation. Don't ignore what food is doing to your arteries. Protect your health, protect your future. Because life is worth more than a few fleeting bites. Call to action. If this video opened your eyes, take a moment, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone you love. Because awareness saves lives. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these foods do you find hardest to cut back on? And what healthy swaps have worked for you? Your experience might inspire someone else. Remember, prevention is always better than cure. The best investment you can make isn't in stocks or real estate, it's in your health. I'll leave you with this quote. Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Jim Rohn. Stay healthy, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.